Coachella Valley, and welcome to Live with Your Chamber. I'm your host, Katie Stice, CEO at the amazing Rancho Mirage Chamber of Commerce. And we've got a great show for you today. So if you're watching, please leave a comment. Let us know where you're watching from. And I feel like you're going to be blown away by the guest today. So let's just bring him on in. Please feel free to meet Jeffrey Gaal. He's president of LUZwave Palm Desert. You've probably heard of them and seen them. But Jeffrey, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Katie, and good afternoon to all of our listeners.
Well, we appreciate you being here. I've had the pleasure of really getting to know you, your business, your profession. I mean, I'm blown away because what you do is really rare. So for everyone who's out there watching and listening for the first time, maybe getting to know you, what is LUZwave Palm Desert?
Well, first off, thank you for inviting me on your show. I appreciate that.
Sure.
LUZwave Palm Desert and Liquid Gold Plasma, which is my partner, we are a holistic wellness clinic here in the Palm Desert area, right on the corner of El Paseo and 111. So you're right, people have probably driven by a number of times.
Yep.
And what's unique about us is we are about merging Eastern traditional philosophy with Western technology. So unlike most environments where you're going in for wellness, people tend to look at your symptoms and let's start treating your symptoms. We're a little bit different. We want to find the cause of the problem. So we want to know why you have that discomfort, why you have that headache, why you have that dis-ease state. And then we look at addressing that. And why we're able to do that, or one of the unique things that we're doing, is we're doing something called live blood analysis. And that is where my partner, Liquid Gold Plasma, comes in. Sure. Alicia Ashley is the owner and founder of the company. And Liquid Gold Plasma is a CLIA certified lab. And what we do is what's called live blood analysis. And it's a simple pinprick of your finger, like a little glucose test. Put it under the microscope, zoom it up on a screen, and we can see absolutely everything going on with your blood, from viruses, toxins, cardiovascular issues, hormonal issues, disease cells.
Wow.
We can go in and find cellular hydration. What's the electricity value of your cells?
Wow.
Toxic value. The reason why that's so important and so detailed is because now we can custom design how we're going to create whether we want to call it a treatment protocol or a lifestyle protocol for you to now do to get your body back to what I'll call balance with a capital B, or the medical term is called homeostasis. And that's really our goal. We believe the body is blessed with this innate intelligence to heal and repair itself if we could just create the right environment.
Yes.
And our goal is to do that. And we utilize everything from behavior modification, teaching you how to breathe, quantum movement. We do a low light laser therapy or photomedicine, ozone treatments. We do some IV treatments. We do youth enhancement, epigenetic based whole food supplements. So it's really a combination to give you back control of your own health destiny.
Wow. I am absolutely blown away by what you just shared, because I think what's really nice and what's very evident is, number one, you're really good at what you do. But it really does, I think it answers a lot of questions for people straight away. And like you said, it does give that clear path. Here's what you need in order to feel better, whatever the case may be. And it sounds like there's lots of options to choose from to get folks to that place. So I really am blown away, because I've never really heard or seen anything like you before. And so I think we're really lucky to have you in the desert. But speaking of, how did you get into this industry and come to found LUZwave Palm Desert?
Sure. First off, I am not a medical doctor.
Mm-hmm.
My formal education is I am an electrical engineer, and I came out here to Southern California to work in the aerospace industry. So I worked in the aerospace for a number of years, and I realized that's really where I didn't see myself. I was in my 20s and I couldn't see myself for the next 30 years. And I was introduced to the wellness industry. And because of my engineering background, I really wanted to understand why things were happening, not just trust me, take it, give me a whole bunch of anecdotal data and testimonials. And
Sure.
if you want to lose weight or have more energy, you should take these products like everyone else. And so it became self-taught, and I started learning the different systems in our body, how they function together, why certain nutrients work that way. But everything was really whole food based. I wanted to stay away from synthetic. I wanted creator made live food coming in my body to help heal, which kind of is where that Eastern philosophy is. And then shortly after that, I got into quantum physics and energy medicine, vibrational medicine. So today, many call me a quantum practitioner.
Wow.
And I think that's just a fancy word for saying that I work in the field of quantum physics, quantum energy. I'm working with energy, vibration. I'm working with laser devices. And by the way, it all comes down to thought. Einstein and Edison proved years ago that our brain is the most powerful transmitter and receiver. Every thought we have, conscious or subconscious, goes out into the universe, and the universe brings back that experience to us. It doesn't judge, is this good for you? Is it bad for you? It's just a mirror or translator back to you. And so everything's based on energy. If you think about the human body, we have all these organs, and these organs are made up of tissue. And tissue is made up of cells, and cells are made up of atoms, and atoms are made up of electrons, neutrons, and protons. And electrons, neutrons, and protons are nothing but energy. So everything is energy, including our thoughts, including other people's thoughts around us. So when we take a look at that in totality, what we are empowering you is to give you back total control over your wellness destiny. And that's what we're doing here. And it was because of those years and experiences. And I've traveled the world. I've been a keynote speaker for years for companies. What's interesting, in 2010, I was traveling throughout Southeast Asia, talking about immunotherapy, talking about mutating viruses.
Wow.
And how are we going to go to a doctor to fix it? Science is not that advanced. It doesn't pivot quick enough.
Yeah, right.
Our own immune system is a gift we've been blessed with that has the power to pivot and change and to address just about everything if we can create the right environment. And that's why I'm so passionate, and why I've dedicated all this part of my life and the people's lives I touched. And it's just really amazing what we've seen with individuals in just improving the quality of their life, no matter how long it may or may not be. And in some cases, people say, who's your ideal client or customer or whoever? I say, one, people looking to improve quality of life, but more importantly, those of you who are sick and tired of being sick and tired. If you're suffering from discomfort, you can't sleep, you're carrying extra weight, you can't put on enough weight, or you're in some form of dis-ease state, by and check us out. Let's see if there's something here that we can introduce to your life that could truly make a profound difference.
Really fascinating. I'm just listening, thinking, oh my gosh, it's really mind blowing. And again, I feel like we're just really lucky you're here in the Valley. I have a few kind of more specific questions for you, but you and I have talked before, and you mentioned it again here about breathing. Tell us a little bit more about either how that can impact your health and what type of breathing techniques, maybe if you can give people out there some tips or ideas of what they can do to even help them feel better today.
Well, first off, the primary thing we need in our life is oxygen, right? We can't survive more than a few minutes without oxygen. The challenge with most people, and here's the first tip, not supposed to breathe from our chest, we're supposed to breathe from our gut. And so most people aren't doing that. And it's those deep breaths in through your nose, holding it for a few seconds, and out slowly through your mouth. but it's working the core and the gut. So we teach people that process, and just being able to, do you realize the biggest factor on making you acidic, on creating inflammation, is stress induced?
Yeah.
If we can just learn to manage stress, which by the way is difficult
It is.
in the times in our world, we're
Yeah.
living in a very interesting time. I mean, I never thought we would end here, or we
Yeah.
would be at this place, especially in where we live.
That's
But
right.
we're in a very, very interesting climate and time. And people need to stop relying on someone else to fix their problems. And
Mhm.
we need to take back ownership. We
Yeah.
created everything we do or do not have,
Yeah.
which means we have the power to change whatever it is we do or do not have. And it starts with you managing that stress and going internally. You know, one of the greatest gifts we've been given is a gift of discernment.
Uh-huh.
Yet, how many people are actually using it? Our gut will always tell us the best thing. And by the way, ladies are far better at this than men. You know, men think we're so smart, we think about everything. Where
Yeah.
we feel.
Hmm.
So, gentlemen listening, it's time to start feeling. Those feelings are never wrong. They
Mm.
are always right. And part of this, if you can learn to breathe, get present, get grounded, we have all that information open to us.
Hmm.
All we got to do is listen.
And you just hit the nail on the head. It is, you can get so wrapped up in the stress and the craziness of life, and it just begins to, it can kind of tumbleweed down, right? And
Yeah.
spiral. And
Mhm.
unless you're taking the right precautions or stopping to breathe, as you've said. I know for me, I can feel a huge difference when I just stop and do yoga, which a big part of yoga is that breathing. And suddenly you feel, oh, renewed, and you've caught your breath, and you're not taking those shallow little breaths anymore from even up here. It does
Exactly.
make a huge difference, and it's a practice. There's no doubt about it.
100%. And we don't know what we don't know.
Hmm.
So part of what we do is just to a lot of what I do is education. And one of the great things, we have an amazing studio here where we do teach yoga. We also do sound baths, you know. We're
Uh-huh.
doing things with energy. We're doing Kundalini rising classes, which is the art of movement. And if you think about it, an acupuncturist, a chiropractor, yoga, qigong, all of these things is about energy flow,
Hmm.
getting the energy flow to go even and balance, you know, yin and yang. I mean, it's all, listen, we all know this. We're just
Yeah.
not practicing it. So when you come in here, we're really working on you. We've got some technology, we've got some practices, and we really help you to support that and to really give you back control of your life and lifestyle.
Fantastic. And tell us about, you mentioned this earlier as well. Tell us a little bit about what ozone IV therapy is for those who
Okay.
have not heard it before.
Ozone is oxygen supercharge. You know,
Okay.
oxygen is O2, ozone is O3. So we have a medical device here. We make our own medical grade ozone. So we use medical grade oxygen.
Okay.
And we have a device that actually is an ozone generator, makes that ozone.
Hmm.
And then we offer it a couple of different ways. We can do it through what's called insufflation, or we can do it through an IV. So those who struggle with IVs, or there's issues with a vein or whatever, we do have a couple other modes to do it. But
Okay.
if you were to go online and Google ozone treatment or ozone therapy, there is a massive list of things that are affected by
Mm.
ozone. Ozone is a natural killer of viruses and toxins.
Fantastic.
So by
Okay.
doing it through an IV, what we're doing, it's a process of taking some blood out. It goes through an ultraviolet, so we're killing anything in the blood. We
Okay.
make this therapeutic level ozone based on our medical director, our doctor's requirements or specs.
Hmm.
We infuse that ozone into your blood, which is in a bag. We gently blend it, not to destroy the red blood cells. Hang the bag, it goes back through the UV, and back into your arm. So we're just cycling the blood out, ozonating, and putting it back in. It's a closed loop system.
Yeah.
And it immediately affects it. Think about it, we're supercharging you with oxygen. So
Right.
that was going to
be my question is, how do you feel after something like that? What do most of the clients say that they feel?
We all are different. I can tell you from personal experience, I do ozone on a regular basis because I'm exposed to a lot of people. Energy level, breathing pattern changes, sleep pattern changes, just this energy, meaning the cells are alive and I feel vibrant, ready to go. It's like I'm not sluggish, I'm not dragging. And
Sure.
then as we measure through live blood analysis, we can see what's actually going on within your blood with viruses, with fungus, with yeast, with toxins. I mean, so there's really, but I always urge people, just Google it and take a look and see what people talk about out there. And again, we're just trying to support your body's own natural healing mechanisms by giving it that support, that environment for you to go in and heal and repair yourself.
Incredible. And on that note of researching and going online, for all of the viewers that are out there, thank you for joining us, first of all. And next, you can find more information. The website is right on the screen, LUZwave.com, just to start to read a little bit more, understand a little bit more. Or, of course, you can reach out to Jeffrey. He is always in the community, visiting folks, networking, sharing his message, and a great community partner you are and have been. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you before we go, and it was, you've mentioned a couple of times, and you and I have talked a little bit about youth enhancements. And so can you tell us a little bit about those?
Yes. People come to see us for a couple of reasons. One, they're not happy with their state of wellness or quality of life. The other one is, frankly, they're getting a little bit older and they want to know if there's anything they can do. And here's the reality. There's no such thing as a disease called aging. Death is inevitable, but aging is optional. We get to choose how we age. And by the way, a lot of that is lifestyle choices, right? Eating the right foods, the right movement, the right mindset, staying away from cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, just living a healthier lifestyle. Well, with that support, we do from therapies we provide here. We also have what's called epigenetic-based products. Epigenetics is a study of going into the genome and actually turning off switches. So there are certain nutrients from whole food that when you take it, it can actually turn off the aging switch and turn back on your youth switch in the body.
Are you going to share one of those with us?
We have an amazing product, and by the name, it's called AM and PM. You take AM in the morning, PM at night, and it's just something that goes in this all whole food supplement. But we have product that are stem cell activators in your body. See, as we age, we make less and less stem cells. So we have some whole food, plant-based science and ingredients that actually stimulate your body to go back into production of those things. So these are supporting your own body's intelligence in order to do that. Now, we do offer some aesthetics. We do something called RF microneedling, where we have quite a pricey medical device that actually goes in and tightens the skin from below, but through the needle action, it's actually stimulating production of collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid.
I've heard about those. Those are like really all the rage. Because they work. People have been really happy with them.
It does. And then we treat you with either a plant-based stem cell topically, which was developed by a dermatologist / plastic surgeon in Beverly Hills. And then we also can do what's called PRP, which you've heard the Kardashians talk about, vampire facials.
That's right, yeah.
PRP. By the way, there is no blood in that. It's the plasma removed from the blood.
Got it.
The third thing is you can upgrade to exosomes, and exosomes are those growth factors that come from our stem cells, and we could do that. So we have some different versions. And by the way, with our therapy here, you could come in the morning and go out at that evening for dinner and no one would even know you had a procedure. We've created some protocols here that are rather unique, and it really is amazing. So my invite or my request is I'd love to have you come and check us out. It's just we're here locally. Come on in and visit, give us a call, set up an appointment, take 10 minutes, see all the amazing things we're doing. And if it feels right, if your discernment tells you, hey, I like this is something I like to try, then we could start taking those first steps together.
Well, I can't thank you enough. And I almost feel like we have our own little fountain of youth in Palm Desert in you, and everything that you all offer and do. And it's not just about, obviously, we all do want to look our best, but we all really want to feel our best at the end of the day. So I appreciate you taking the time just to help walk everyone through some of these parts and pieces of who you are and what you do and why you do it, and some of these possible outcomes. And for everyone who's out there watching, please stop in, make an appointment. Be sure to say hi to Jeffrey. Like I said, he's amazing. He's at most of our networking events, so you can always attend a chamber event and grab his ear as well. But Jeffrey, we can't thank you enough. Thank you for helping to keep our community as healthy as possible and keeping us educated and informed as well. We really appreciate you.
Well, thank you. And I do want to thank your audience. I mean, I'm not from the Coachella Valley, although I'm from Orange County, so it's not that far away. And everyone has been so warm and welcoming to me. They've just great people, great hearts, really care about others. And we've had some great conversations. And thank you to the Rancho Mirage Chamber. You guys are awesome. And thank you for the events you put on and the support to help a local business like myself, a new business. We're only 18 months old, to just introduce us to other business owners in the community. So thank you so very, very much to you and your amazing team.
Oh, well, that means so much. We absolutely love what we do, and we have a great time doing it. But you've been a great addition to this business community. So thank you for being with us today. We look forward to seeing you again soon. Please come back. Maybe what we can do next time is, focus in on maybe one or two of these specialty things and go even a little bit more in depth for folks.
Definitely. We didn't even talk about water, and we're all about specialized water. So, maybe we do a show on some of those things, but yeah, there's so much here that we could really do and talk about. And it's really my pleasure, my honor, and I'm humbled to be a part of such an amazing community. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Well, we'll see you soon. Take good care, and thanks for being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you so much again for joining us. I'm going to leave the website right on the screen just so that you can check out one of our amazing local businesses. And it's so great just to have this series to be able to dive in a little bit more and introduce our business community to all of you. So thank you for tuning in today. We certainly appreciate it. The Chamber, as you know, we've got so much going on for the balance of this year and even into next year. I just want to thank everyone for really supporting this Chamber and this local business community. If there's a way that I can help you professionally or your business, please don't hesitate to reach out. That's what your Chamber of Commerce is here for. We'll see you soon.